Please be advised that everything in my video is purely for entertainment purposes. These are purely my thoughts and opinions and are subjective. I must advise you to please do your own research. All media used is found on the public domain and are fair use and fair dealings. Hey guys, hope you liked the last couple of videos. As I said, I'm playing catch up. So Finding Freedom, obviously it has been released and it has been in the newspapers non-stop. It's caused quite a ruckus really. There's a lot of negativity that has obviously come from this book. As I've said many times before, I don't know how anyone thought this book would be a good idea to set the record straight. There's me with my bunny ears again. But this is going to be a bit of a half kind of review. I'll be honest, I haven't read the whole book because I don't want to. I don't think my stomach can take it. So I've read a fair few chapters in and cherry picked a few kind of choice paragraphs that I thought I'd share with you and give you my input on it. So please bear with, sick bucket at the ready. Like I've said in some of my tweets, I found it to be like a GCSE almost entry of writing fiction, you know, like an essay you have to hand in to your teacher. It's incredibly sugary sweet, and we're talking like it has been dipped in candy floss and regurgitated sweet. It's Mills and Boon on acid. It's yeah, I think it would actually cause Mills and Boon authors to be like, oh my god, that's cringeworthy. So that's how good it is. It's clearly a hagiography for a start. Lady Colin Campbell said that, but yes, it is literally written, well, my personal beliefs, it's I think Meghan wrote it and Omid and Carolyn are just the ghostwriters. It reads very similar to if you've ever read any of Meghan's kind of blurb when she did the Vogue edition, or if you've ever read anything that she wrote on her Tig blog. It's just OTT, like with everything with this couple. All it really is in between telling us the wonderful love story that is Harry and Meghan, it's just cheap shots, it's score settling, it's very one-sided, and I'll let you guys read it and you can make up your own minds. I know quite a few of you have done it out of just pure interest. Now this book, I'm going to be honest, I find it so bad, as do other people, that even Omid and Carolyn, well, I think Carolyn's gone into hiding, and Omid is telling anyone that will listen that he didn't say that he had interviews with the Sussex, that they had nothing to do with it, despite in the back of the book their author's note says that at times they have spoken obviously with Harry and Meghan. And if I'm completely honest, the level of detail that is in this book, there is no way that they couldn't have spoken to them. Omid also openly tweeted that he's only ever exchanged a few words with a member of the royal family on official engagements. He wrote that the amount of nonsense that is doing the rounds out there at the moment is unreal. And I'm like, well, kiddo, you're the one that wrote it and put it out there. So rather than talking about the bad stuff about the book, because there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of people are very angry with Harry and Meghan, especially over this whole mansion thing. And I've decided to put, as I said, a bit more of a comical spin on it, because I don't think that these two have the power to bring down the monarchy. I think they're certainly damaging the reputation of it, but they are also a worldwide laughingstock. The critics have absolutely panned it, and can you blame them? Please bear with me. I'm going to be squinting a lot of the way through this because quite comically my new dog decided to eat the other half of my glasses, so bear with as I read through this. With such riveting chapter titles as When Harry Met Meghan, making obviously a wordplay out of When Harry Met Sally, Tropical Storms, A Problem Like Samantha, Stand By Me, and Nesting in Windsor. It's hardly surprising that the critics have literally slammed it from page one. Now I'm going to read you a few, as I said, just a few little paragraphs that have come out of this, and yeah, I just I'll try not to laugh my way through it. Obviously, as you know, they've spoken to various friends and people that have known Meghan throughout her life. So this is to do with her being at school, right? Meghan's willingness to help others and her drive to excel meant she often was deemed fake by classmates at school, who felt it was impossible for anyone to be that perfect. And I'll just bet my bottom dollar Meghan told them that as well. Meghan, as you know, she went against normal tradition. She gave her own speech at her wedding, and this is a person, obviously anonymous, who's talking about it. She spent so many years, whether on campus, on TV, or advocating for women to be empowered, speaking out. She does have a lot of respect for the family and the institution that she has joined. That's our Meg. She just connects and destroys. Next up, Meghan arranged Lindsay J. Roth's hen do. The entire event was classic Meghan, simple yet indulgent, fun in a quiet and intimate, and all meticulously planned. Right, bear with that. They get better, so just stay with me. This is where we get on to Harry and Meghan's first date, okay? Harry is admittedly tough to impress, but he almost froze when he saw Meghan. He knew that she was beautiful, but she was even more stunning. Omid's gonna need his tongue surgically removed from Meghan's derriere, isn't he? Sorry, I'm just trying to keep myself together. You should have seen me writing this. The pen ended up on the floor several times. It wasn't just her charming freckles, perfect smile or American accent. Meghan is someone who works a room very well. In social settings, all eyes are drawn to her. She laughs a little bit louder, glows a little bit brighter. She's self-assured in a way that attracts attention. Harry knew he had to up his game. Wow, yeah? Do we think that Meghan could write all this about herself? I'm pretty sure she could. Now this paragraph, Omid kind of contradicts himself, right? He says, Nibbles may have been out on the low table in front of their oversized chairs, but neither touched the food. So you're not sure if they did have Nibbles brought out, but you knew it was on a low table, oversized chairs, and neither of them touched the food, naturally because they were so engrossed in each other. Someone commenting about Meghan when she started meeting crowds with Harry. The move was a winner. As she shifted to the next person in line, she left a trail of compliments in her wake. One woman marvelled at how eagerly Meghan stopped down to speak to her 3-year-old. She bent down to say hello to the kiddies. Oh wow, what a saint! It just keeps on coming, and it gets worse. Eugenie had always been more than just a cousin to Harry. They were also the closest of friends. Like Harry, Eugenie is loyal, honest and fun. And look at how they treated her at her own wedding. Meghan's camp denied that her fans denied that she released the news that she was pregnant at Eugenie's wedding because it was complete bad form. Bad taste. Even you don't need to be trained in any sort of respects, protocols or things that you need to do in general society. It is foul play to try and upstage the bride on her wedding day. And it's been reported that Fergie was incredibly upset because it was her daughter's big day. It was the first of her daughter's weddings, and Eugenie was really upset to the point that she had to go into another room to calm down. This was the cousin he was closest to, so you can imagine the way that he's treated everyone else. Now this one, you might need to get the waste paper basket handy, okay? Theirs was a love story that took hold in Africa, where now Meghan, on the last day of an incredible 3-week stay, stretched her body into the perfect warrior pose. The rising sun washed over her makeshift yoga garden, while an exotic flock of birds that looked as if they had just had their tails dipped in pots of colourful paints serenaded her. Oh dear Lord. I mean, how would Omid know that? Carolyn know that? They didn't speak to Harry and Meghan. This is the same exact drivel that she wrote on her Tig blog. This is, it's just vomit inducing. They serenaded Meghan. Of course, the birds in Africa serenaded Meghan while she did her perfect yoga pose. Now, bearing in mind earlier on in the story, they said that Harry wasn't easily impressed. But here we go with Harry being impressed quite a lot. Meghan immediately impressed Harry with her packing skills. Is that code for something? She has always taken great pride in being a great packer. Is that what they call it these days? Going as far as laying dryer sheets in between her clothes to keep them smelling fresh, and no matter her destination, always bringing tea tree oil for bites, cuts and pimples. Her skills were appreciated by the prince. I just bet they were. I hope you're all still there listening to me, or at least chuckling, right? If he worried he was bringing along a high-maintenance Hollywood actress on safari, Harry was delightfully surprised. Get that? Delightfully surprised. When Meghan cleaned her face with baby wipes and happily wandered into the woodlands if she needed a bathroom break. Wow, these two are literally hitting lawsuits with anyone that has gone into their privacy. And here we have a book talking about Meghan going to the bathroom, going to the toilet, peeing on or pooping in the African outback, as it were. Wow, talk about too much information. There has been so many jokes on social media talking about, Harry and Meghan's new property, the fact that they have got so much shrubbery out there. Bearing in mind eco-warriors, can you imagine how much water they're going to go through? But lots of people have been making comments, don't worry, Meghan will make sure that she waters the bushes herself. To finish up, before I know that most of you are going to be puking up your breakfast or your lunches, whatever time of day it is there, we have got, that summer, the couple welcomed a new addition to the family. a black Labrador rescue. They named him after Botswana's currency, pula. The word means rain in the Bantu language of Setswana. I hope I pronounced that right. So let me get this right. They've named the dog after a currency in Botswana, and it means rain. Rain in money. You can't make this stuff up, can you? As I said, I love you guys, but I can't read the rest of the book. I can't. I'm going away camping with my husband this weekend, and I thought, oh, should I download it to my phone and just get it out of the way? No, I can't. I have read enough of it, and the newspapers have covered more than enough. It's completely laughable that anyone could say this couple did not collaborate with Omid and Carolyn. I mean, there's no way that anyone is going to believe that. And presumably, hopefully, the court case, the judge will also take this into consideration, how much that they have put publicly out into the domain. And again, the irony, or the hypocrisy, that's a better word really to describe it, about the fact that they want privacy, they don't want anyone talking about them. They haven't sued Omid and Carolyn, but more importantly, they've spent their entire time revealing personal information that it would have come from the horse's mouth. There is no way that Omid and Carolyn would have had access to private conversations or thoughts that were in Meghan and Harry's heads, you know, for this information to go down in the book. As I said, I think this book was ghostwritten by Meghan. I think she gave them her journals, which we know that she's been recording from day one. It's the same slushy stuff, as I said, that she wrote on her Tig blog. This book at best has left me utterly bamboozled at who or what they thought that this book would achieve. All it has done is just basically shown that they are spoilt, entitled, arrogant, rude. They find offence wherever they want to. You can spend your entire world, every single day, every person you meet, trying to find offence. And if you look for it, you will find it. And this is what this couple do. The gripes that they put in this book are petty and pathetic, more so than what I probably saw girls squabbling over when I was at school when I was 15. It's absolutely unbelievable. And as I said, the complete hypocrisy, the amount of personal information that they've quite clearly given to Carolyn and Omid about other members of their family and their friends. Yet here they are screaming privacy, privacy. They clearly show no loyalties to anyone apart from themselves. And as I said, with this big mansion and everything that's happened, I wonder how long it would be before Meghan shows this kind of level of loyalty to Harry. Because now that their house is in place, they've reportedly got a mortgage on it. It's just a matter of time. Even more interesting is the fact that this house has been purchased by one of, from the same address as Meghan's business manager and where she's registered a lot of the companies that she's created. So the fact that Harry doesn't have a green card yet, presumably, I can imagine that the house can't go in Harry's name because he's not an American citizen. But I'd love to hear any input on that, anyone that works in real estate in America or anyone that might know this. So I hope you enjoyed the bits that I found funny in Finding Freedom so far. As I said, if you want to read it, you guys go for it. I just don't want to put money in their pockets, to be honest with you. Yankee Wally's got a link on her Twitter page at the moment where you can actually read bits of the book, and there's been so much that's been dissected by the newspapers. It's really not worth it. I think they've covered pretty much everything. But that's it for me. As I said, I'm going away camping for the weekend. I might take some pictures and stuff and brag about it Monday. I won't be bragging that much because typically I'm better, I'm no longer sick, and the weather has turned from sunny and glorious to thunderstorms and rainstorms and flash floods predicted. So I'll keep you guys posted on Monday. Take care for now. Have a wonderful weekend.
If you like my video, please remember to like and subscribe. Please, angry typists, you will be blocked, so save your fingers the time. If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.